No, pues well.
You're back.
It's Mia,
And yeah,
and you're listening to another episode of.
the No Pues Wow podcast.
And today we're going to be talking about.
Reddit stories.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about 3 different categories, right?
I have 2, but I think you have 3. Yeah.
Well, you have 2, I have 1. So it would be 3 total.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So we the 3 categories. Actually, I don't even know what I'm saying, bro. let's just dive right in.
Okay.
You give the first story.
Okay, my first story is like a scary story
Wait,
that I found.
should we tell them what exactly we're doing with these stories? Because we just said we're reading
Oh, yeah.
stories.
We're reading Reddit stories that kind of like caught our attention, and we're kind of just talking about like what we think about it. Whether that be like, oh, I would have done this, or what the frick, like that's. But yeah.
Or advice if that's what they're asking for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like if I was in that situation, what would I have done?
Yeah.
Type thing.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one says it's by Deleted. I don't know. That's the name of the person.
Okay.
And it says, about 2 years ago, I was driving home from a family reunion pretty late at night, and the drive was about 2 hours. I didn't stay the night because I had to go back to work the following day. Most of the drive was on the road with dense bushes and trees on the other side. The real creepy ones you see in like a lot of movies. Anyways, I've been driving for about 45 minutes and I was starting to get really tired. You know how sometimes you just like suddenly become really tired out of nowhere? Well, yeah, that happened to me. I knew I wasn't going to last, but I didn't come across any place that I felt like I could park and safely sleep. Anyways, after it became clear to me that I wasn't going to find a place to pull up and get rid of my tiredness, I did something very questionable. I pulled over to the side of the road, onto the grass behind some bushes, to try and hide my car from anyone else who was going to come past the road. The roads were pretty empty. I came across maybe 3, 4 cars every few minutes or so, but I had made a mental note that the time was 11:22, and then I fell asleep. Sometime later, I was awoken by a scratching sound. I looked at the clock, 11:50. The sound stopped after a few seconds, and because I was still extremely tired, I didn't bother looking around and simply went back to sleep. I was later awoken by the same sound, and it was now 12:40. This time it really freaked me out because the sound didn't stop. The thought ran across my mind that it was just an animal expecting the car. But why would it return almost an hour after it had left the previous time? I looked in my rearview mirror and just managed to catch a glimpse of something running away into the forest. Now, at the time, I thought it was that damn hook killer. You know, that one that scratched that couple's car and then slaughtered the guy when he got out to investigate. Fuck that, I thought to myself. So I got the hell out of there. There was a bend no more than 100 yards up the road. I don't really know what a bend is. Oh, like a road bend. Maybe. We'll just say there was a little road bend.
Okay.
Where did I leave off? Oh. And as I came across it, there was a fucking car parked off the side of the road with the driver's side door open. I slowed down just to look and see if anyone was in there. There wasn't. Then I looked in my rearview mirror, didn't see anything, and all of a sudden, the guys come sprinting around the corner. He starts screaming at me, shouting stuff like, hey you, get the fuck out of your car, now. I knobbed the fuck out of there and sped off. I never saw the guy again. Moral of the story, don't fucking sleep on the side of deserted roads. So this is like not creepy-ish,
No.
but it's more like anything could have happened.
No, yeah. I think it is creepy. It's like dark at night, 11:20 she said, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
But
where was she
also,
going?
she was coming back from like a family reunion, but she had to go to work the next day. He
And
or
I'm
she.
guessing they live like in the middle of nowhere, maybe.
Yeah.
I
2 hour
would have just
drive.
stayed at that house, like
Yeah.
if I'm that tired.
Oh, it's also
Or
11.
left earlier.
Yeah. Like if it's like 11, what did they say? 11, frick. 11:22, and you're already on the road. I feel like that's not too late.
it's not too late, but she was tired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I would have either left sooner
Or just stayed.
or stayed and
Yeah.
then got up earlier
Yeah.
to go to work.
But
That is
also, I
so
don't think I would
weird.
ever park somewhere
No,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
I genuinely it's weird. I would never do that. Especially like even if I was with somebody or by myself, I would not do that, especially at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Like
Somewhere where you don't really know either. Like, it's not really like a gas station or anything like that.
and park behind a bush.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to envision that on a road and I'm like, how'd you
They
park
park behind the
behind a
bush.
bush?
Yeah.
Like were you in the ditch or something, you know?
Maybe. I think they were in like the woods. Like they were off the road.
But you know what
And
I mean? Like though especially the back roads and stuff,
yeah.
it barely has like a what is it called? Not the edge. There's a name for it.
The wing?
Not it's not called the wing, but you know what I'm talking about. Like
Yeah, yeah.
literally passing the light line.
Yeah, yeah.
Back roads don't have anywhere to like it doesn't
Yeah.
have extra room for you to just park there. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
like, where the heck did she just go in a ditch behind a bush?
Maybe.
I
But
don't
like
know.
I
That's
I
so
understand
weird.
like the hiding part because I feel like I would want to hide too.
Yeah, at least she did
But
that. But
still, then no one can see you if something's happening to you.
yeah.
You know?
But it's just like genuinely girl or guy, whoever this was.
Just don't do
That was
that.
an L that was an L
Yeah,
decision.
because I will say like paranormal stuff is scary,
Yeah.
and whoever's listening, whatever's listening, I'm not trying to like challenge you, okay? But it is scary to a certain extent. But I feel like a deranged human is so much scarier
Yeah.
because I've heard of like people like murdering people, all this stuff. I'm like, I would much rather
Yeah.
not, you know? Like, I had a little instance. I'll tell you about it now since I didn't tell you about it earlier.
Well, because I don't know if you want to save it for the next.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because I don't. Because you
Yeah.
saying that, I also it reminded me of one of the things I wanted to say in the next episode, and I'm trying so hard not to say it
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
okay.
Yeah.
No, hold on to it then.
Hold on, guys.
But
Stay
yeah,
stay tuned for the next one.
let's just say that there is some crazy stuff that happens, but I feel like when you're like scared, like, oh, this is man against man, not man against spiritual thing.
Yeah.
That's like so scary. 'Cause I'm like, what the frick?
Yeah.
Like they could be out to like really just do
Hunt
you
you
harm.
down.
Yeah. But yeah, so what I would say, just don't park.
Yeah,
Or call
guys.
someone, like, hey, like,
Or I would have driven back.
yeah,
I
exactly.
would have look, or I would have called call somebody so they can stay on the phone with you or them to pick you up or like just anything to where like you need to get somewhere safely and stuff. Or for whatever reason you want to sleep on the side of the road, at least tell somebody. Be like
Yeah.
be like, "Hey, I'm like super sleepy. Either come pick me up or just here's my location, da 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 this and that." But still I wouldn't recommend doing that. Also, the guy or whatever that she saw, that is so weird.
Yeah.
Just because, like, the time and everything, and also what she said. Like, obviously, this guy was following her for a minute because how the heck did he just, like, all of a sudden start doing that at 11:40?
Yeah.
Only 20 minutes after.
Yeah. Or he's like, he does this. Like, he's out to, like, see who's out
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
being out like, late, which that's also really scary.
Yeah,
Like,
because,
something about just night. I'm just like,
yeah.
yeah.
And, like, I thought this was funny, but whenever he was like, get out of the car, I'm like, boy, I ain't listening to
Yeah,
you.
like,
I would have
why
done
would
the
I?
same thing she did, just driven off. Thank God she
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah. And I feel
So
like
weird.
I'm honestly gonna say I feel like it's a she because she drove off. Not that I'm saying guys are dumb, but I feel like guys have that instinct of, oh, this
Let's
guy
check it
wants to
out.
go. Like, what's his
One on
problem?
one. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Guys don't do
Please
that.
don't do that. I'd rather you just say like you drove
Yeah.
off. Who cares if someone's like, oh,
Look,
you're a
look,
wuss?
listen to this. Scary movies. What happens? A girl and a guy. Let's say a girl and a guy was in the
Yeah,
situation in a
the guy
movie.
would have gone out.
The guy would have gone
It
out and they
happens like that
both would have died.
because they literally mentioned it of that hug killer that the
Yeah.
guy like went and searched and
Exactly.
So just don't search, please.
Yeah.
Even if it sounds like there's a woman crying or there's a baby
Or
crying,
anything.
just don't
I
go.
wouldn't do
I'd
that.
just rather call the police, that's kind of their
Right
job.
then and there. Yep.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Mm. Do you have a story though?
Sure.
I don't
Okay.
know if I want to do my like friendship one because the scary ones are kind of good.
Yeah,
What
no,
is
I
it?
like the scary. We can continue with the scary ones.
I'll
But
look for
I
one while
don't
you
have a
read.
scary one. I have a friendship one, I guess.
Okay.
Um, this was actually posted 5 hours ago from today, but I don't know. There's no name, so. But okay, this person said, "Why does my best friend always talk negatively about my good news?" And then okay, it says, I've known this girl for over 6 years. At first, she only commented negatively on big social or global issues. Stories about good news or awards, she responds negatively about 80% of the time, usually starting with, but, like, for example, I recently got an offer from a prejudiced uni and I posted it on my private story, partly to ask questions since I already had some close friends from that school. Then she replied with negative comments about the school and said getting a job afterward would be impossible, so I should not go there or something. If it had, no, it had, what? If it had happened once, I wouldn't care. But this keeps happening almost every time I share something positive. It's getting really frustrating and incomprehensible why she does that. Should I just keep distance emotionally? But why do you think she reacts this way? And how should I respond when she keeps being negative about my achievements like this? What do you think? That's it.
Get a new friend.
Yeah, genuinely.
I don't know. I feel like if someone is like it can't be happy for you genuinely because I know sometimes and it's human nature like sometimes it's hard to like see your significant other, your friend, your family member doing so good when you know you're such in a bad place
Mm.
because you're like, oh, I wish I was, things were
Doing
working out
this
like
or da
that.
da da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the way that someone reacts to like your good news is literally the answer of how they feel about you.
Hmm.
Cause like if I was like, Nia, I just got like my dream job, you'd be like, slay, like
Yeah.
good. And that's how I know you never want to see me fail. And if you see me fail, you know it's gonna hurt you. And vice versa. So like when someone's just it's almost like they're not happy for you or just kinda like nitpicking at like something good that happened to you. Well, is
Hmm.
it really that good about. It's just kinda like, okay, maybe they shouldn't be in my life. Or maybe I should love them from a distance, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
That's what I would say, cause yeah, I feel like that'd be discouraging. Like, it'd hurt your feelings and be discouraging. I wouldn't really get mad, but I feel like it'd be discouraging, like, yeah, maybe they're right, like,
Mhm.
all this stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely just speak up about it too. Be like, hey, you keep doing this.
Yeah.
What's the reason? What's going on?
Mhm.
Trying to see like if there
Why?
even is a reason.
Yeah.
But genuinely, if somebody's doing that, it's not really worth it. It's like Mia said, you always want to see the best for the people around you, the close ones. To be honest, like me personally, I like for strangers, I also want to see them,
Yeah.
succeed and stuff, and I wouldn't want them to, wish any evil or negative things up to them or whatever. But it's like if they're not genuinely happy for you and they're not supporting your dreams, because look, it's not her dream, so you know
Yeah.
it's your dream, so it's like she should be supporting your decisions if it's making you closer to your dream and like happy and stuff. I actually had a similar situation. Not like to this extent, but it's more of like I've had people around me where I would ask them like, "Hey, like what's going on? Like what's new, da da da," and they tell me about it, and I'd be
Mhm.
so happy. I'd be excited to hear about it. I'm always like looking to know more and stuff. But then they ask me the same thing, and
Mhm.
then it's like, oh well, you shouldn't be doing that or this or that,
Yeah.
or just because I'm not doing the same thing as them. they kind of like exclude me from having those conversations.
Mhm.
And I'm just kind of like, well, I generally don't take it by heart because it's like, to be honest, it's their loss. Like, if they don't want to know what I'm doing in my life, that is okay. That's fine. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep being me and do what I do
Yeah.
and pursue what I want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah, just keep being you, girl.
And I think from that, I think everyone should learn something from Nia, that if you're doing something that you love to do, it shouldn't matter what someone else thinks.
Mm,
I know a lot of people, and I feel like I'm one of them. I care so much about what my family thinks, what my sister thinks, and what my
mm.
significant other thinks. But at the end of the day, it's literally your life. Yes, they might be significant to your life, and they might be living life every day with you, but it's genuinely your life, and you would
Mhm.
never put them down because they're doing something they love, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So just do you.
Do what you want to do.
Exactly. There is a few creepy ones that I've seen,
Hmm.
but this just might be like my Hispanic side coming out. But something about like Mexican folklore,
Hmm.
I'm just like, whoa,
No.
this is scary.
Yeah,
Like,
it's scary and it's the most entertaining in my opinion.
yes. So, as you know, like I've had a really long drive in the morning, like there and back, and I've gotten so tired of my playlist that now I listen to like scary stories.
Heck
I
no.
am,
Early in the morning?
yeah,
Heck no.
6 a.m.
Mira, listen.
And I
There
drive
was
back alone too, so I'm like,
no, you're crazy.
and then I'm here alone.
That's insane. There was one time I was walking with Crystal and it was during the day, but I
Yeah.
was by myself
Mhm.
and I wasn't anywhere like excluded. I wasn't in a place that it was like empty or whatever, but it was just me and her. And I was like, you know what? Let me just listen to a scary crime podcast.
Okay.
Never again.
Really?
Never again.
But
Also,
it's crime. I feel like
well,
crime and
also,
scary is like,
also because the crime story that I was listening to happened in real life and it happened in a situation similar to where I work. That's
okay.
why I was like, no. And the thing is, like literally the layout of the place and everything and how many people were working and
Really?
everything. They weren't doing the same job as us, but it was
It was
so
almost like it was telling you
similar.
like, no.
It was yeah, it was so similar and scary that I was like, yeah, I can't do this to myself because I mean, I'm in those situations. I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want anybody to have any idea to go do that to me. Heck no.
Uh-huh.
But it's just like bizarre to where like I felt super uncomfortable and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not.
That's
I'm not.
crazy.
And I'm super aware of my surroundings and stuff, but
Mhm.
after that, I was like doubling my
Yeah.
awareness. Yeah. And like anytime I was alone or something, I would call somebody. I would be like, hey, or text them, or like heading home, I'd be like, hey, I'm going home or something because that story was insane. It was scary.
Yeah, that does sound scary. I mean, I did watch for a while, um, like the true crime and stuff.
no,
And like that stuff,
you know what's weird?
what?
My mom has started watching a lot of true crime. Like
Really?
not listening. Well, yeah, she does listen, but like watching a lot. Because like
Yeah.
my mom is a big novela type
Yeah, yeah,
mom and
yeah, yeah.
everything. No, right
Well,
now
I feel
it's
like
just
we'd get
crime.
along so
I think so
well.
too.
But yeah, so like even at a young age, like I guess Criminal Minds is staged a lot and it is about like real killers.
Yeah.
Used to binge watch that till 3 a.m. Like that's
Criminal Minds, in my opinion, is so
all
good.
it is so good. And then sometimes I'd be doing my makeup and I don't want to listen to my music. I'd just be listening to like a true crime story. I
No.
started I started like that, like at night as well, listening to true crime because nothing would put me to sleep.
See,
But I
true
think
crime is not gonna put me to sleep. It's gonna keep me up.
really
Yeah, I'll be like,
on the next
oh my
episode.
gosh, oh my
I
gosh.
feel like what will keep me up is scary stuff. Now, true
Paranormal.
crime, yeah, true crime. I'm like, what the frick? Like, I have to be cautious.
Yeah. It just disgusted me sometimes too. I'm like, how?
Really
Because some stories
are
they're very,
deranged. They're a
yeah,
little,
and they like very detailed and everything. I'm just kind of like,
yeah.
it makes me feel sick how there's people that think that way and are capable to do those things
Mhm.
with like either no motive sometimes or no reason and just kind of like
Yeah.
it's scary to feel that we because anybody around us could be like that and we wouldn't know.
Yeah,
And
because some of them
it's
are, like, so normal-ish, you know?
no,
And I'm
thanks.
like,
No, thank
"That's
you.
crazy." But yeah, that's how I started this last week, actually, listening to them.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, "Ugh, it's just not, like, scratching my itch," you know?
Mhm.
Then I was like, "I need a little bit more."
Mhm.
And, like, I would listen to maybe 3 on the way there and the way back. And then I was like,
How
"Okay."
long's the drive?
Well, it's like
Oh, you
30.
mean oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "You know what? Like, I need some, like, Mexican folklore, cause like, and I don't know why, because I usually can't do that and come home and be here
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
And also, I've been needing to keep that door open because the kitty's litter is in there,
Mm.
and I have to sleep with it open, which is something I could never do, but I've been doing it recently. I'm like, "Okay,
Not
whatever."
gonna lie, I looked in the mirror and it was open. I was like, I'm not gonna look at
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways.
But it's weird that I'm kinda okay right now about it. I think I've just been like, "Bro, leave me alone."
Mhm.
I finally hit that point again
Yeah.
of leave me alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot. But I'm not gonna lie, Mexican folklore and like the way that they narrate it is just so
Top
different.
tier. Mhm.
Because I could listen to the same story in English, but I'm like, okay, like it's not that scary. Well, once they say it in Spanish, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my gosh, no way.
Somos tan dramáticos. Se
Yeah. And or the
it
voice
just
they
make
use.
yes,
If
that's what
it's
I'm
a
saying,
man
like
telling it, I'm like, oh,
yeah.
it's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is about my mom. It's captioned, "My mom saw La Llorona in Mexico when she was 15." I feel like everyone knows about
La
Homegirl.
Llorona.
So
Homegirl.
so let's
Not
just
my homegirl. No thanks.
let's just dive right into it. Okay. She says, "All right. This story has been told to me by my mom a few times, and every single time I get that creepy, eerie feeling that someone is watching me. My mom is from a small town in Mexico located in Zacatecas. When she was 14, she had the habit of waking her mom up to go to the restroom since it was an older home and the restroom was located outside. Shout out to those Mexican homes. We know those. And that crowd would scare me too. I'm not going to the bathroom. I'll just keep it in." She says, "My mom tells me that it was around 3 a.m. when she woke up and she felt the need to use the bathroom urgently. So she began calling out for her mom. After a while, her mom stopped responding, so she became to get agitated and started screaming. At this point, my mom turns around, and at the foot of her bed, she sees her mom standing there. But she was wearing a white robe, but it had like very she had a very bleak expression on her face, and both of her arms were extended. My mom said that she suddenly felt extremely cold and a huge sense of dread. She had never seen her mom wear a white robe, and when she looked down at her mom's feet, they weren't touching the floor. At that moment, she screamed and quickly threw the covers over her head. Her mom was wearing something completely different. Sorry, I think she made a typo. The next morning, I'm guessing, her mom was wearing something completely different. And she found herself literally shaking when she figured that out. Nobody believed my mom, and everyone told her it was a dream until a few days later there was a power outage during this, and my mom and her siblings and her parents decided to sleep in the living room. Around 3 a.m. at the same time, they heard the same undeniable wails of La Llorona down the street. None of them slept that night. This one was a little short too,
Dang.
but I believe that, like, something like that, especially in homes like that, could easily get in. That's
You know
so
what's
scary.
crazy to me is that like she was telling them, "Hey, this happened to me," you
Yeah.
know? And then nobody believed her and the fact that after that everybody heard it,
Yeah.
I hope they're okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
guessing they're okay because she has a daughter now. But still, it's just kind of like, imagínate, like, what if whatever that was, La Llorona or something else, what if it came back and they all heard it and, like, they all disappeared after that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she was onto them for something. That's crazy.
But also, like, thinking it's your mom and then realizing it's not. So scary. Also,
So,
so valid of the covering your face. I've done that so many times, bro,
see,
because I'd
I
get
was,
sleep paralysis.
hmm
I don't know why we think that that's gonna help us, genuinely, but
yeah. See, for me, it's like when she said that, I was like, I don't know what I would do, because if she's, let's say she's at the bed of my, at the foot of my, what is it,
the
foot
foot
of
of
my
your
bed,
bed. Hmm.
and the door is on the other side, like she's in between me and the door. What else am I gonna do? I
Would you
am
start
not
swinging?
just
I feel like
boom,
I
boom.
would.
I'm not the little.
And then literally, I keep thinking of certain scenarios, and I'm like, would I start swinging? I know I would be in shock. I
Test them
hope that
out.
I'm never in shock to the point where I can't even move, because that has happened before.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know if I would be able to get up and like, muévete, me
Yeah.
voy.
Get the frick out of
Yeah,
here, girl. I'm
like,
the one.
what else would I? And I'm like, what if I start kicking and what if she pulls my leg? You
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
gosh.
It's like,
Natalie, get out of
what
here.
do I do?
Yeah. And then the beds over there, they're not like our
Or
beds
yeah.
here.
Anyways, I don't know.
What
Hmm.
would you say?
What would I say?
What would you say about the story? Like, what would you say? Like, I know the family was definitely in the wrong. They definitely should have believed her.
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime somebody tells you something, please believe them.
Yeah.
Like, even as crazy it may sound sometimes, but if you can tell that it's really bothering this person or they're not the same after that,
Yeah.
something definitely happened. You should believe them in any type of scenario.
Mm.
Yeah. Guys, listen to this. Okay, I don't have a story, but basically, there's a, I guess you would call it a fruit stand. Not really a fruit stand, but like a aguas frescas stand. Do you know where? No. Like,
Is it
yeah,
okay?
they go there and they go to.
Oh.
But basically, I've been trying to hunt them down
Oh
because
my
I want to
gosh, you
try
should
so
go.
bad. But the thing is, they sell out so quick, and the lines are long, and everything. And it's like they don't do it every day. They do it certain days, and they post about it when they're there. So right now, I just got the notification, but that was 4 hours ago. So definitely, they're
Like
sold
sold
out.
out.
And the thing is,
Oh my gosh.
the
Wait, Mia.
location.
I've been wanting to take you somewhere.
Definitely.
No.
Oh,
No, I
where?
mean yeah, like yeah. But there's this
Where?
place called Raspados Mimis,
That sounds
and
so good.
it's so freaking
Where?
butt.
Let's go.
And we should go.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah.
And it's also gonna be really warm. So like we need something
So we need
refreshing.
something refreshing.
No, but we should go. I think you'd really like it because I love it, and I've been going for years.
Wait, what is? Oh my gosh, there's gonna be a circus
Circus?
because they're gonna be here too. But basically,
Circus
guys,
scares me because of
well,
the clowns.
I just want to go get. I
Uh,
bet they're not gonna be in the circus. I think they'll be outside. But
she
basically,
said, "Let's get a circus ticket."
but basically, guys, I there was one time that during my ballet weekend,
Hmm.
I was driving to the medium or I was driving to the stage, okay? And they were right there. But listen, I had to be at the stage at a certain time. So, and they had a long line that I was like, like I
Hmm.
really went. I was like, they're right there. Guys, they were like right next to me. And I wanted it so bad, but I was like, no, I can't. And then after that day, I haven't found them. So,
Really?
so I think I am gonna go to the circus if you want to come
Okay.
with
I'm willing to go.
me. Anyways, um, what were we talking about before this?
Mm.
I think you asked me something and then I got distracted and then
Did I ask you something?
maybe not. Go ahead. Let's go with the last.
I haven't found anything. I really like the long ones that are like detailed,
Mhm.
like when they get
Mhm.
really into it. I know I just listened to a podcast as well that was reading certain ones, and they like sometimes it's like really it's like a scary podcast in a way. Like they focus on like the paranormal and stuff,
Mhm.
but they go by like culture. So like
Ooh,
Mexican
mhm,
and Filipino and all that stuff. And I think it's really cool because they're not of the race.
mhm,
So they were kind of like, oh, like that's I've never heard of that and stuff like that. They kind of talk about it.
mhm.
They did talk about a story, and I guess I could like talk about it. It did take a really long time for them to say the story, but I just feel like me kind of just retelling it is going to be a lot shorter.
Mhm.
But it kind of made me start thinking because I didn't like the story. I liked it because it was creepy, but I didn't like it because I can't believe people are truly like this, and it might like make people feel a certain way. Should I say it? Should I? Okay, let's.
I think so. I mean, if I have to get it out, I'll just
Okay, so it was I think it was called I don't know what it was called, but to like summarize it, the girl said it's about a daughter and her parents. So it started with her mom meeting her dad, and she said that her dad was like a Don Juan. I really don't know what that means, but I'm guessing it's like a flirt. He's with everyone in the freaking town, and
Don Juan.
we already know how it goes. But she said it started whenever my parents got together, which I was honestly surprised that my mom gave my dad a chance because he was quote unquote a Don Juan. And she's like, what's crazy though is that ever since they got together, my mom has always had to pay a price. So the story goes is that
Pay a price.
yeah, so the story goes is that there was a witch in that town that they lived. Like the witch that everyone would go to for any favors or any stuff, any like crafts. They'd go to her, right?
Love spells.
Yeah. No, yeah, and yeah. And one of her common this might be really disgusting. So one of her common crafts was to make people fall in love with certain people. And
How did
she
I?
and
How
she
did
yep, and she
I?
would use it to her benefit as well if she wanted someone to.
Mhm.
So she was the last girl that her dad had been with before the mom. And
Wait, wait,
so
wait, wait, wait. Who was who was the last person with the dad with the wait?
with the dad,
Yeah,
the
the
witch,
witch.
the witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Anyways,
We'll
I
call
got
her
it. I
Stacy.
got it. Okay, Stacy.
Stacy's
That
a
one song.
witch.
Is it Stacy?
Oh, oh, right. Oh, he
Anyways,
was there the other day.
yeah.
I saw you.
On live.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah. And
Anyways,
so Stacy like is into witchcraft. Her main craft is making people fall in love with her. Or like vice versa. Like someone comes to her, hey, I want them to be so utterly obsessed with me. Do something about it. So one of her yucky little crafts was she would, to her dad at least, gave her menstrual blood in a drink. So she did that and
without
gave
him knowing.
without him knowing, gave it to him. And that was like a kind of like a craft to like make him obsessed and all this stuff. All right, well, whatever. Homeboy didn't care. It didn't work or whatever. He still fell in love with Maria's mom. And Maria's mom is Kim. I don't know. So Kim got with Maria's dad and whatever,
What
and
should we call this guy? Should we
he
call
he
this?
seems like a freaking John.
Okay,
Yeah,
John.
John. So Kim and John got together. Now Stacy really didn't like that, and Stacy was gonna do everything that she could because also the way that John got with Kim was very bad because he technically cheated on Stacy. So valid for her to be upset, but also Kim didn't know.
Would you, before we finish, would you ever, like, if you knew somebody was a witch, like in that sense, would you ever actually be with him?
No.
So I wonder if he knew.
Oh,
And
he
if he
knew.
knew,
He knew.
because it gets to something,
He knew. Yeah.
oh, heck
He knew
no.
because he had been around certain people that would be into
Yeah.
stuff like that, and he was just like whatever about it. Whereas as someone who would be typically, for lack of better words, a town whore would be. They just don't really care. They're like, whatever.
I can say whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So as it goes, they end up getting married and all this stuff. And John's family doesn't like him. So they're really trying to get him to stay with Stacy, even though they know that Stacy is such a bad person. And Stacy's really trying to like get everything on their wedding day. Stacy shows up to their wedding, and at the end,
Uninvited.
uninvited, and at the end of the wedding, she says, "I may have not been able to hurt him, but I'm gonna hurt you where it hurts the most." To her, and she's
What is
like,
that? Oh. Mhm.
to Kim, she
Mhm.
said, "And I'm gonna hurt you
The daughter.
where it hurts you the most." They get married, yada yada yada. Um,
I'm a
the
detective.
John, right? John had kind of always been unfaithful to his wife. He just
Unfaithful.
never like really got over that stage, even if he was married. They ended up getting pregnant and conceiving, and
I'm scared.
lo and behold, she lost her baby. And she's like, okay, like things happen. Once again, they conceive a few years later, and the baby's born, stillborn. Like, were they like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What the heck?
She's like, why does this keep happening? Like, what? And all she can see in her head is the face of Stacy. Because she said that she was gonna hurt her where it hurt the most. Crazy. She conceives again, and this time it's a little girl. And they're ecstatic, all this stuff. And John's brother takes her chocolates, a box of chocolates. And he's like, oh, like,
What
yeah,
a
get your
what a
chocolates
nice
or
brother.
whatever, right? So technically her brother-in-law takes her chocolates,
Okay.
whatever. She eats them, whatever. All of a sudden he goes, Stacy sends her condolences and her best wishes. And she immediately is like, if these were from Stacy, why would you ever give them to me? So what they think is, she Stacy put her under a spell, or like she just really didn't like Kim. Later on, she finds out her baby didn't make it as well. So it's just kind of like a whole repeated thing where it's like they can't get
Over and
pregnant.
over and over again.
Yeah. Finally, she gets pregnant with her fourth baby, which is Maria. And the pregnancy is going so rough. Like, they're telling her, like, it might not happen. Like, we really don't know what to do. Maria was always a very active baby in the stomach and all this stuff. But anytime that she would be in that town near that lady, it's like something would happen. Eventually, they told her that Maria wasn't breathing anymore. She took the earliest flight that she could to the United States, got here, was rushed to the ER because they wanted to send her to the ER in Mexico. And she's like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like if I'm there, something's going to keep happening. She left, came here. On her way to the ER, the baby started moving again. She got to the doctor instead, and they're like, no, she's perfectly fine. Like, everything's perfectly fine. What the heck? Okay. She ends up having her baby here, and everything's okay. Like, everything is fine. They travel back to Mexico. Her dad's so ecstatic. Her dad had never been so happy. Like, her mom describes the dad as he had never smiled at anyone that way. And so, Maria grows up and all this stuff. But after Maria made it, stuff keeps happening to her. Accidents, hearing stuff at night,
To
all this stuff
to Maria.
to Maria.
Mm.
And they were just like, why does little things keep happening? Eventually, Maria doesn't know who Stacy is. And Stacy sends food over to their house. It was for the mom. Stacy eats it, or
Maria.
Maria eats it, and after that, Maria's sick, completely sick. She goes and sees like the trash can where she had threw away the leftovers. In an hour, there are little worms like mice and stuff.
Yeah.
And her mom's like, "Who gave this to you? Like they give it with ill intention. Like there's just no way that this happens within an
Mhm.
hour." And she's like, "Oh, this lady." And they eventually went to someone, and they were like, "Yeah, like if your mom would have ate that, she probably would have put me on right now, like immediately." Like it's such a good thing that she didn't, but also a bad thing that you ate it. But yeah, moral of the story: things keep happening to them, and they just don't really know what's gonna happen. Maria hasn't really wrote an update about it, and it's kind of like just like a generational curse that they have right now. Yeah,
I wonder if they even tried anything, because I don't know if they mentioned anything of like what they've tried to like,
they haven't. Yeah, I didn't mention any, so I'm guessing they haven't because they didn't
yeah,
mention anything.
because I
But
bet there's stuff that could definitely.
help. Yeah,
That's just so weird. Also, look, more of the story, guys. Don't settle for somebody that doesn't want you, because it's gonna make you go
exactly.
insane and everybody else's life miserable.
Yeah,
Generally, just don't do that.
and
But
also if it's not you, if it's not with you, genuinely don't take that. If it's not with me, it's with no one. Very seriously, like that's just not a thing to like be living in.
mm,
If someone doesn't want you like that or want you back, okay, you don't have to mess with their family, or
yeah.
like people who genuinely don't deserve any of that.
Hmm.
But yeah, a crazy story right there. Well, anyways, guys, that was kind of our few scary Reddit stories, or just Reddit stories in general.
It
But
was
let
supposed
us,
to be about three different topics, but we kind of got
yeah,
carried away.
we, yeah, and yeah, if you want us to do something similar, let us
Let us
know,
know.
because I honestly love reading
Yeah, or if you
stories.
guys have stories you want us to
That
share,
would be even
that
cooler
would be so cool.
if you
Yeah.
guys leave them
Let us
down below.
know.
And then we can react to your stories.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be crazy. But
See
yeah,
how we can help.
yeah, let us know if you guys want another one. Like
Yeah.
genuinely let us know, because some of you guys don't comment, guys. And
Yeah.
we're telling you
Lame.
guys
You
to
guys are
comment.
lame.
But yeah. Okay, well,
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the No Posad podcast.
yep.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.